So percent means per 100. And so here's an example. 25%, we can write it as a fraction. So 25 per or divided by 100, which is equal to 0.25. What if it's 7%? How would you write that in a decimal? 0.07. Because 7% means 7 per means divided by 100, which is 0.07. You want some?
Yeah, white paper.
You want some white paper?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, sure. Okay, so 25%. Okay, now do 5%. How would you write 5%? 0.05. Right? So 5% would be 0.05. So 5% means 5 over 100, divide by 100, so it's 0.05. Now try 12%. .12, right? 12% means 12 divided by 100, 0.12. Okay, gonna couple more. Okay, 150%. 150%. What would that be in decimal? 1.50. Or yeah. Can I? So 150% means 150 divided by 100, so it's going to be 1.5. Now, what about 112%? 112%. What would that be? 1.12. Okay. Good. I'm just showing that, because later on I'm gonna show you some questions that goes with that. What about 107%? What would that be? 1.07. Okay, I'm not showing the fraction anymore. And then lastly, what's 105%? Yeah, which is 1.05. Did you know that when you buy, I just bought it. We just bought this calculator just yesterday, brand new. Can't remember how much it was. Whatever the price of that, you go to the cash register and to pay for this, and you are really paying for 112% of that calculator. Okay? Why is it 112%? Because of the tax, 100% for the value of the calculator, and an extra 12% tax. So really, we're paying 112% of everything we buy, or most of the things that we buy. Okay? You buy a pencil, you buy your backpack, you buy your food from or something. Yeah, you get Now, what we're gonna use the percent for calculation. So here we go. We're not jumping into the booklet yet. Okay? We're not jumping into the booklet yet. What if I ask you this, and I know you already have it, you'll have an answer here. What is 50% of $60? What is 50% of $60? So the word 50% means like a half, right? Because it's 50 out of 100, which is a half. And then somebody said how much? $30. Okay, so how did we know 50% of $60, but how did we calculate that? How do we? This is easy. Some people just figured it out in their mind. They go 50%. Well, what's 50%? 50 over 100, right? That's what percent means. We talked about that. Of means times, and then 60 would be 60. Okay, so let's figure that out on your calculator. So 50 divided by 100, and then times it by 60. So 0.5 times 60, that's going to equal to $30. So $30. Okay. Now what about this one? What is 7% of I bought a different calculator yesterday. It was like $18. It's, yeah. Now, 7%. What's 7% of $18? This is a little bit challenging, right, to think about it. But what's our strategy for this one? Yeah, so we're going to go 7 divided by 100. Which is 0.07. The word of means times 18. So 0.07 times 18. 1.26. Okay. Everybody got 1.26? So what did I just calculate there? So I calculated 7% tax for my calculator that I bought. So $1.26 for my PST. What is 5% of $18? Okay. So go ahead and calculate that one. Ahmed, can I ask you maybe to move somewhere closer that way so you're more focused? So have a seat somewhere closer to the front so you're focusing on this. Thank you. So you got 5% is 5% means per 100 times 18. 0.05 times 18. Okay. 0.9. Okay. Now I gotta decide here. 0.9. We're talking about money here. What do I put in there? 90 cents. So that would be $0.90. So 0.90. Yeah. So because it's money, it's going to be 2 decimal places. Okay? Well, here we go. What does that mean? I figured out the 5% of that, and I know 5% is a GST. So this amount is how much the GST for the calculator I bought. Yeah. Okay. So now I think we're ready to take a look at page 1. So let's go turn to page 1. You know what I love about this topic? You know what I love about this topic is because it's a real math. Right? Because we learn a lot about math, how to do things. And then I often get asked, like, are we ever going to use this? And I say, yes, we will. It's right here. We're on page 1, so we haven't gone very far.
Okay.
Not far at all.
No, just like with the book I put together. Yeah, the book don't even. Oh, that's what we were looking at. Do we even eat? No, that's okay. Thank you. There.
They're mass produced. Okay? Okay, good. So what is page 1? What's our goal for this lesson? Okay? Identify programs and services that are funded by taxes. So we're actually not just learning about taxes, but we're also going to be talking about, well, where do those taxes go? What do we do with all those money, right? Because we're all paying taxes. That's the reality for all of us, right? You buy stuff, tax. You earn money, tax. Right? So what are those taxes for? So that's what we're going to do. The second one is to calculate the GST and PST of items. So how do we calculate the GST and PST? And then the third would be to calculate the total cost, the total after taxes of those items. So, go ahead. So in Canada, just reading on here, in Canada, most purchases are subject to tax. And the word GST, they always say GST, they always say PST. Well, what does GST mean? GST means goods and services tax. Okay? Goods and services tax. And the tax, the GST, is 5%. So we know that already. And I know all of you know that. Right? In Manitoba, so that's for the entire Canada. GST is 5%. In Manitoba, we also pay PST. And what does PST stand for? Provincial sales tax. So that 7% is unique for province of Manitoba. Last year, the previous years, it was 8%. And Palliser says, we're going to have to lower the taxes down by 1%. And I don't know, maybe that was the reason why he got voted again the second term. Maybe a lot of people like his idea of reducing taxes. We'll talk a little bit more on that. So now the PST is 7%. Now, if you go to different provinces, there might not be PST, right? My sister lives in Calgary. There is no PST. Ontario have about 7 or 8% TSD as well, so depending on different provinces to get this. Okay, now we know that we have to pay TSD and we have to pay GST in Manitoba. All of our questions, by the way, is going to be on Manitoba. Okay, so it's just Manitoba in Manitoba. So it says here, why do we have to pay taxes? Why do we have to pay taxes? So it says there, the federal government. Okay, what does the federal government? Yeah, yeah, in Ottawa, like the federal government, well, they're situated in Ottawa, but it's the word federal government is like the whole Canada. Okay, so it sounds like we're in social studies class right now. So the federal government, which is encompasses the whole Canada, uses funds from the GST to pay some programs, right? So all of those little things that we are paying for a few cents, a few dollars for GST, well, they collect that, and what do they use it for? So the first one, healthcare. So that's a good thing. Okay? Like, we could actually go to a clinic, right? We can go to the doctor. We don't have to pay a cent, right? We go to, I had surgery and I didn't have to pay a cent. I had kids, I didn't have to pay a cent. And that was because of the healthcare. Okay? We are pretty fortunate about that healthcare. The next one is post-secondary education. Some of the funding goes to the post-secondary education. That's a great thing, right? Because if they don't fund those things, all of us who are going to post-secondary, Red River, university, then we would have to pay more, right? Social services. So what are the other social services that we have? There's other things that we pay for that goes to social services. Defense. What's a defense? National defense, right? Department of National Defense. That's our military and all that.
You guys know before it was called GST and PST, it was a war tax.
Oh, really? That's what it's called?
Yeah, and the government thought it was a good idea to adopt it into the federal system. They called it income tax. Before it was called income tax, it was called a war tax.
Oh, really?
I think it was before World War I or World War II.
And they were supposed to stop taxing everyone on their wages
Ah,
after the war.
Uh-huh.
They decided just not.
No, yeah, it's like all these money. It's like, oh, might as well use the money. That's cheap. I didn't know that. That's a great thing to know. Yeah. So I guess they're collecting taxes so that they can fund the people, yeah, for the war.
machine.
Actually, all we do is throw all our money away to other countries.
What's that?
All we're doing is giving our money away to other countries.
Yeah.
Put it away to Switzerland or something like that, right? Interesting. And there's something new today. Good. And then public safety. So certain things that we have to fund for the federal government. Okay, federal government. Now, provincial government. All the PST that we pay for goes to also healthcare. So a little bit from the GST and a little bit from PST, all go kind of go together to do a healthcare and education. The province of Manitoba also legislates education, right? That's why when you go to like Manitoba education, it's called Manitoba education because it's legislated by the province of Manitoba. Road roads and highways and family services. Okay, so those are the PSD stuff. I like this one. Did you know? Did I know? Do I know this? Did you know this? That there is no GST or PSD charged on basic items. And yeah, so what are the basic items?
Groceries.
Fruit, vegetables, milk, meat, bread,
Yeah,
etc.
etc. So those are basic items. So basic items, if you buy fruit, like a banana, whatever it is, no taxes. If you buy milk, no taxes. Meat, bread, no taxes. Medications, no taxes. Feminine products, no taxes. Okay? So PSD or GST, there's no GST and PSD. So when you go grocery, if you buy certain things like some like canned food and fruits and veggies, canned food, you will have GST and PSD. Fruits, nothing. Okay.
Clothing.
Hmm?
Clothing. Buy any kind of clothes? No.
Oh, clothes, clothing, you have to do both, right? Because that's not basic groceries.
No.
Yeah, basic groceries. Okay, so some of you already know this if you have little kids, right? When you were shopping for them for back to school stuff. So there is no PSD charge on most baby products, clothing and footwear for children 14 years and under. But you must still pay the PSD. So when you buy something for your little ones, like they're under 14, you're buying clothes, you're buying shoes. I think for the most part it's automatic already. If it's, yeah, but just double check and make sure that no PSD is charged on those items. Okay? Good. So it says here, for more information, go to that. Look at your leisure time, of course. Okay. Calculating. Now this is where we're going to do some calculating. We'll go as far as we can. Samuel needs a new backpack. He finds one price for $14.99. Calculate the amount of GST he will be charged. Now, this one here, we have to read the questions because most of our stuff from here on are usually just our word problems, okay? So we have to create a mathematical statement to go with that. Okay, and I see people are already like trying to figure that out. But from here on, it's a lot of word problems, a lot of reading the problem and then solving them. Okay, reading this says, calculate the amount of GST. Well, what do we know about GST? GST is 5%. Okay, we know GST is 5%. You know, 5%, so 5% divide by 100. Okay, so 5% of $14.99, so times $14.99. So the GST is 0.05 times $14.99. Okay, so what do we put in there? How much is that? 0.05 times $14.99. Okay, I'm gonna get this really 0.7495. Okay, Now, that's my answer. That's what I got.
Dollars?
What do you think? What am I missing?
Two decimal.
Dollars. Yeah, I gotta put the dollar sign because we're talking about money here. And
Two decimal.
2 decimal places. What we have to do is we have to round it off to 2 decimal places. So how do we round off again? What would that be?
The 9
Two.
will automatic, will make the 4 an automatic 5.
Right. So 2 decimal places. Oh, you gotta put a dollar sign. And then it's gonna be 2 decimal places here. I gotta look at the next number. Okay. If the next number is 5 and up, you would gonna add 1, right? So that would be 0.75. So 75 cents on that backpack for GST. Okay? What about letter B? Calculate the amount of PST. So we gotta read our question. It says calculate the amount of PST. Okay. Notice they don't tell you how much a PST here. Okay, so what they're assuming is you know how much a PST is. So 7% over 100 times 14.99. Okay, and go ahead and calculate that. Okay, so this is what I got on my calculator, 1.0493. What can I do? Round it off to 2 decimal places and dollar sign, right? There's a unit to this. So dollar sign, 1.05. Excellent. Excellent. Okay, so question A, calculate the amount of GST. Question B is calculating the amount of PST. Calculate the total cost of the backpack after taxes. Okay, some words in here says backpack after taxes. That means after the taxes have been put in. So the word total cost refers to the cost of an item after taxes have been added. So what did we pay for? Well, we paid for $14.99. Yes? And then we paid 75 cents for GST. And we also paid $1.05 on PST. Okay, so it's $1.80 more, right? So the total cost of the backpack would be
$16.79.
okay, would be $16.79. Okay, the price of the backpack, the PST, oh sorry, GST, the PST all together. Can I show you a different way? That's one strategy. Calculating the PST, the GST, and then adding them all together. What can we do? What's the other strategy? Yeah, yeah, we could do GST and PST together. Okay. Remember I said earlier that everything we buy, you're paying, or for the most part, we're paying 112%.
12 divided by 100?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. So we're paying 112% because 100% of the value of the item and then the 12% tax. So we're paying 112% altogether. So Here's a possibility, okay? A possibility. We're paying 112% on anything that we buy. In this case here, a backpack. Divided by 100. Times it by $14.99. Okay, so let's go ahead and calculate that. So 112 divided by 112 divided by 100 times $14.99.
1679.
So we're gonna get 16.7888. Okay, which it has to be rounded off to 2 decimal places with a dollar sign. So $16.79. So this is one way of doing, and then this is the second way of doing. Okay. Good. I think I'm gonna stop right here. I'm gonna stop right here because I have a few other things that I gotta hand back to you or show you. Okay. So I'm stopping this video here.